Hi, everybody. Good Monday. This fifth day of August has been a warm and dry one. We're not going to see those conditions throughout most of your week, or at least not all of it. But a really nice weekend looks to be in store if high pressure is going to be large and in charge, as we think it will be at this time. Headlines tonight will include an update, perhaps the final one on the Route 30 bridge over, of course, going over to the Conley farm. Yes, we believe it's to be opening very, very soon after just a brief delay past the actual original date of completion. An arrest, a Montgomery County man accused of assault, domestic violence, and trying to put a hairdryer into the bathtub of a female. Also, how close to home one of the two mass shootings over the course of the weekend came for a Montgomery County mother and family. Too close. But uninjured, and a phone call to her very early that morning was something that she was very, of course, pleased to hear, as we can all well imagine. I'll get into that in just a few seconds. We'll talk about a few other things. Your calendar's got a few birthdays and the like, and we're going to begin with just a few updates. And we've all been closely watching, I am sure, the information as it continues to fold about not one but two mass shootings. 31 people gunned down in our nation in less than 24 hours in public, at Walmart, and at a very popular bar in El Paso, Texas, and in Dayton, Ohio, not so far away. As for El Paso, federal authorities are still considering hate crime charges in the case. It was, of course, after a grisly weekend in America. 31 people now dead after 21 have been confirmed dead in El Paso, and 10, I believe, now in the Dayton shooting over the course of Saturday night, Sunday morning. There were 7 people shot and wounded in one shooting in Chicago over the course of the weekend. So that number, if you involved shootings or can include all shootings, is actually much higher. Nevertheless, 21-year-old Patrick Crucius, whom officials identified as a suspect in El Paso. He surrendered to police. Authorities in Texas have already filed a capital murder charge against him. He did have a manifesto that he had posted online that included statements against immigrants. Just one of the very unsettling parts of this tragedy, which they are still continuing as far as his motivation for the attack. He had posted online rants about Hispanic invasion. And as police were investigating that, in less than 24 hours later, as I'm sure most everyone knows, another young man walked into a very popular area, the Oregon District in Dayton, Ohio, and opened up fire. He only was able to fire rounds less than a minute and did not make it inside one of the popular bars where things could have been much different and much worse. 24-year-old Connor Betts of nearby Bellbrook died after he was confronted by police. There were police on the grounds. They confronted him less than 60 seconds after he opened fire with a .223 assault rifle. He had written about killing people. Police believe he'd been planning this for a long, long time. The actual motive is still a mystery, or at least not reported or unknown. He was wearing body armor, carrying a .223 rifle, several high-capacity magazines. The quick response by police on the ground, as it started at 1:07 and ended less than 1 minute later, is credited for saving hundreds of other lives. Police arrested the 21-year-old man, of course, in El Paso, and this man died. And this whole situation, specifically the shooting in Dayton, has come very close to home for a Montgomery County mother and family. Now, I spoke with her on the phone a couple of times earlier today, and in lieu of the fact that her son just did not feel up to talking about it as of yet. Mary Ann Conley Miller didn't want to make any statements on his behalf, but she did give me a few details about how she was awakened by a phone call less than, or just around 10 minutes after the shooting started and was over, from her son, who was an employee at Ned Pepper's, the Dayton bar, where, of course, those people were gunned down and where police are continuing the investigation. 26-year-old Colby Howard is employed as a bouncer and was on his shift when the shooting took place outside. I learned of his being at work through his mother, who says that she received a call from Colby at around 1:17, just minutes after the shooting, with Colby telling her that he wanted to hear from himself that he was okay and not involved. Colby declined an interview at this time, saying that he just wasn't ready to talk about it yet. I did learn from his mother, Mary Ann Miller, that he was working and he was inside of one of the 3 bars that the establishment has. And then all of a sudden, he saw people pouring through the doors. And as a bouncer, he initially thought it was a fight or something of that nature, and he started going towards what he thought was an altercation. The closer he got, though, he heard the last rounds of gunfire as they went off. And he would remain there until about 5:30 this morning, until police cleared the employees to leave and part of their investigation, which of course is still ongoing. You may recognize or know Colby better as Crash Jackson. He's been a wrestler now for several years, which is his primary means of employment, and I extended an open invitation to him should he ever feel comfortable with or want to talk about the events that night. And while the motive for that shooting, as I said, remains unclear, the shooter's sister was confirmed to be one of those deceased, and her boyfriend, and I think they actually shared a ride or a vehicle to the location, and they were killed before he went on that rampage. More local news in just a few seconds. Of course, everyone's been following the Black Jewel situation out of Harlan County, the layoffs there, all of these families, hundreds of which being affected. Finally, a little good news for these folks. 2 significant announcements totaling more than $700,000. A foundation, the Richard and Leslie Gilliam Foundation, donating $492,000 to the Harlan County CAA, though, so that employees there will each get about $2,000. The same announcement from the same foundation, totaling $276,000, mind you, in Letcher County earlier today, which will go to help 138 miners or so. And Letcher County itself is actually going to reap some benefits of some coal severance funds, as are a total of 49 Kentucky counties. Governor Matt Bevin announced today that over $15 million, just a few dollars, over $15 million in excess coal severance tax revenue is going to be distributed to 49 Kentucky counties and 122 municipalities. House Bill 200 is the reason. It says that if the actual coal severance tax revenue exceeds their original estimate, all that extra money will go into the local government economic assistance funds for each county, the LGEA fund. The excess this year, just actually $15,006,946 going into each county's or municipality's LGEA fund. That money can then be used for a variety of needs: public safety, public transportation, recreation, social services, industrial, economic development, things of that nature. Floyd County seeing $626,000. Harlan County, $1.3 million, of course, going to that area. Maybe some of that to be used in the assistance for the miners, we're uncertain. Johnson County gets $256,000. Lawrence County, $238,000. Pike County, $1.4 million. Just throw that in there as the high end, of course, because it's a very large coal-producing county. Magoffin County will get $148,782.32. I reached out to Magoffin County Judge Executive Matt Wireman today to see when he anticipates getting those funds and what he will be able to do with them. He was in a meeting. We'll be talking to him very soon. I'll be right back after this. Getting the best deal on the best tires with the best service has never been easier. Just log on to ConleyTire.net, check out the latest rebates, sales, and promotions, pick out the tires you want, and email, call, or come by for huge savings from the family who's been proudly serving the area for over 32 years. Conley Tire in Staffordsville, 297-2424. It's time to see what a great time just $10 can get you while you help out a lot of amazing organizations. It's time for the 16th annual Magoffin County Community Day, featuring Russell Moore and Third Time Out, Ralph Stanley II and the Clinch Mountain Boys, Hammertown, Blue Highway, Nathan and Chessie Arnott Band, Route 1081, Terry Miller and Traveler, plus the Project Echo Kids and a special performance by Waylon Bays. And of course, more food, fun, games, and prizes than you can stand. And not only does your $10 get you in, but it also gets you entered to win this Ford Fusion to be given away that night. And kids under 12 get in free at the 16th annual Magoffin County Community Day, Saturday, August the 17th, all starting at 10 a.m. A little of what's new at Parkway Gun and Pawn. A big selection of hunting, bowie knives, some to use, some to collect, or both, starting as low as $14.99 a piece. Hey gamers, while they last, they just got in 2 PS4 Pro editions in perfect condition. And as new, still in the packaging, big flat screens at big discounts. A new selection of kitchen gear and appliances, and even a new in-the-box 30-gallon electric hot water heater. You never know what you're going to save on, but you're always going to save at Parkway Gun and Pawn. Here's another great coupon deal from your Sayersville Lees. Clip this coupon out of this week's edition of the Sayersville Independent, and you get not one, two, but $3 off any family pack. That's 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece meal deals. Take $3 off just by clipping the coupon, which you can also pick up in the papers available at Lee's Famous Recipe. It's a win-win at your Sayersville Lee's Famous Recipe. If you've never seen what's inside the seasonal shop, you've never seen anything like it. And if you have seen what's inside the seasonal shop, you've never seen it like this. From all the styles of pillows, dishware, bedding, and wall hangings, it's full of beautiful home decor. And there are frames for anyone and any occasion. There are neat and unique ways to design and do it yourself. There are flowers too perfect to be real. And from expecting moms to newborns, toddlers, teens, and adults, the fashions and designs and jewelry are simply endless and always changing at Fraser's Prater Drugs Seasonal Shop. Just like that, we've jumped into the spring allergy season with all the buds and blooms, tree and grass pollen, mold, and all the nasal congestion, sneezing, itchy nose and eyes and throat that they cause. Don't get caught off guard. Protect yourself daily with a quick trip to Parkway Pharmacy for over-the-counter and prescription relief. And you can always log into parkwaypharmacy.com to have your prescriptions ready when you get there at Parkway Pharmacy in Sayersville. I've got 2 more headlines tonight, and I just actually have a couple of things I need to do to get them on screen. So give me just a few moments. I'll fill that in with, which is pretty much close to its normal time anyway, tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau Community Calendar, which does begin with not one but a couple of birthdays this Monday, August 5. First birthday wishes to kick off this Monday's community calendar, Betty Minix. A lot of love from a lot of family and friends. I've been asked to wish you the happiest of birthdays. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Betty Minix. And to Connie Miller. Also from a long list of family and friends, it says, happy birthday to you too. Happy birthday, Connie Miller. Happy birthday to you both. Going on to tonight's community calendar. Tomorrow will be the last day of a 2-day food preservation course, 2 different courses actually, tomorrow morning at 10 at the Extension Service. They've been talking this evening and tomorrow about pressure canning and water bath canning and other food preservation techniques. And you can come by at 10 o'clock tomorrow and find out more. They'll have demonstrations, some materials for you, I think, to take home, and much more at your McGoffin County Extension Service. Tomorrow is the last one for now, beginning at 10 a.m. I just got this in from North McGoffin Elementary. Their site-based council is to meet tomorrow in a special session. This meeting is set for noon tomorrow in the North McGoffin Elementary School Library. Once again, site-based tomorrow at noon. And don't forget, next Saturday, or this coming Saturday, big open bass tournament hosted by the Elk Creek Free Will Baptist Church. They're going to blast off from the Clay Lick Boat Ramp on Cave Run at 6 o'clock that evening. They'll weigh in at $100 an hour for big fish. Top prize is $1,000. It's just $100 to enter. And if you have any questions, call 496-7302 and call me or email me or fax me or drop your announcement off, whatever it is, anytime that you want to get it put on the community calendar, and we'll tell everyone about it. Lastly, one funeral service announcement this Monday, August the 5th. A partial listing for 59-year-old Essie Gamble of Falcon, who passed away on yesterday. I'm told that arrangements are still incomplete but being made by the family, and the McGoffin County Funeral Home will be announcing those at a later time. 59-year-old Essie Gamble of Falcon passed away yesterday. I'll be right back.
SSI and disability cases are harder to win these days. You need all the help you can get. If the government has turned you down, I will not. Many factors are considered when a claim is being processed, like your age, education, physical, and mental disabling conditions. When it comes time to winning your disability case, you should not face a federal judge alone. You need an attorney who is experienced, determined, hardworking, knowledgeable, and dedicated to helping you win benefits that you deserve. If you need help with your SSI or disability case, call me, Donald Wayne McFarland, and let me go to work for you.
Big Sandy Healthcare and Hope Family Medical Center are proud to announce the newest addition to their staff and team of over 200 dedicated employees and medical professionals. Podiatrist Dr. Cheryl Stalder Cheney has joined Big Sandy Healthcare at the Hope Family Podiatry Center in Sayersville on Beriah Boulevard, just a couple of doors up from the least famous recipe. For anything minor or serious foot or ankle related, Dr. Stalder Cheney is now accepting new patients at Hope Family Podiatry Center in Sayersville. From brakes, exhaust, suspension, fluid changes, to expert collision and auto body, to turning your 4x4 or diesel from mild to wild, get real auto maintenance, paint, and repair at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Sayersville. 349-8785.
Appalachian Wireless has a question for you. Would you rather pay $650 or $66 for a smartphone? If you think this answer is simple, then the Appalachian Advantage plan is for you. Pay less upfront for today's hottest smartphones, and then pay just a few dollars more every month on the monthly bill. Many smartphones are $5 a month or less after you factor in the $20 discount from the Advantage plan, compared to the contract offering. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless. Payment agreement required. See store for details.
Your new IGA has fresh brewed coffees and delicious donuts made 7 days a week. Daily made breads piled high with any meat or cheese you can think of. And come and taste the salads, broccoli and cauliflower, cornbread, and their gourmet chicken salad made fresh right here. They've got fruit and vegetable and meat trays made with a little love, and celebrate anything with perfectly professionally made cakes. All fresh and ready for your next meal, party, or event. At your Sayersville IGA, where it's a new day, place, and wait. Sayersville police arrested a man who is still jailed on a charge of assault and domestic violence in regards to a female victim's statements to authorities, which included, she says, the man's attempt to put a hairdryer, electrified, into her bathwater. Officer Jeremiah Watson with the Sayersville PD says he got a call over the course of the weekend, actually yesterday morning at around 1 o'clock, from a female who had gone to a neighbor's house on Oxshire Branch off Dixie Avenue needing help. Officer Watson says that when he arrived at that neighbor's house on Oxshire Branch, he realized he was familiar with the location and the individuals involved. The female victim stating to EMS and the law enforcement officer that 46-year-old Merritt Salyer had low blood sugar, and then started accusing her of cheating on him, and then he started pulling her hair and hitting her in the face and over parts of her body. And inside the home, the bathroom had received extensive damage as a result of his actions. The hot water heater was said to have been busted. The door had been knocked off its hinges. Water was flooding the bathroom. And the female victim also told police and EMS that Salyer had plugged a hairdryer into an electrical outlet and was trying to put it in her bath water before this all began. The victim was taken to an area hospital for unknown injuries, her condition also unknown at this time, while Salyer remains jailed in the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center on a charge of assault in the second-degree domestic violence. It was originally set to take 60 days. They had to go over that just a bit for a couple of reasons, and the good news is, however, at this hour, is that in just a few hours, the bridge over the Licking River going on to Route 30 off of 460 there to the Connolly Farm looks to be scheduled to open to traffic. I've messaged a few times over the course of the morning and afternoon with a former Magoffin County man who's been living in Dayton now for about a year and a half, who is an employee at Ned Pepper's and who was at work at the time of the weekend shooting. The good news is, and the bottom line is that you should be able to travel over the newly constructed Route 30 bridge on the Connolly Farm, of course, just off 460, beginning in the morning. An original job at $750,000, part of the Bridging Kentucky program, which was set to take 60 days and due to be completed by August the 1st, was bumped up a week or so, or a few days thereafter, after a last-minute change order. I spoke with crews today who were on the ground and installing guardrails in the ground and on the bridge. They would have their project complete, and then that would just allow time for some cleanup to be left, and according to the Transportation Department, in an email that they sent me a few moments ago, they are expecting to have the bridge open to traffic beginning tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., ending what has been a long but, of course, needed inconvenience to a lot of motorists who have had to take the long way around now for 2 months. Once again, the bridge opening up, if on schedule, tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. And weather-wise for the rest of your week, which is still a long way away from being over, we've got some pretty decent temperatures and conditions. We've got shower chances as well. A cold front moving in midweek that will roll through. And if all goes as at least we hope, by the end of the week it should be replaced by high pressure, setting us up for a pretty high and dry weekend and then some. Well, there's never really a bad way to end a Monday. There are worse ways, but it's always a good thing when it's over. Tonight's going to be a really nice way to end it. A low of 61 degrees, mostly clear skies, nothing more than calm wind, and a little fog in a few areas after 1 in the a.m., but a nice mild evening ahead. We will see 86 mostly sunny degrees for your Tuesday. That fog lingering to about 8 o'clock in the morning or 9. Otherwise, mostly sunny. No shower chances until late tomorrow night. I think mainly after midnight. That next system that I just spoke of will start to work its way into our part of the world. A 40% chance of showers mainly after midnight Tuesday night, and an increasing chance of showers and thunderstorms possibly on your Wednesday. Temperatures will dip just a bit as we see some more showers from 86 Tuesday to about 84 on your Wednesday. Shower chances about 50% or so during the day. Those will wane down to about 30% by Wednesday night. And then Thursday, they'll still hold on to about a 20 to 30% chance of showers, but mostly sunny. Temperatures going back up to the mid-80s at 86 for your Thursday. And then we're getting closer to a couple of nice dry days with some good timing. Not so much Friday, partly sunny, 82. Things take a dip temperature-wise thanks to that cold front that gives us those shower chances Thursday and Friday. And barely into your Saturday, we're going to put a 20% chance of showers early on your Saturday just to cover the bases. But right now, I think showers should be, for the most part, gone by the weekend. 82 Friday, that leaves us sunny, and 83 Saturday. Warmer and mostly sunny, on 86 on your Sunday, but dry and partly sunny, dry, and 85 on your Monday. So unless we see a few light showers Saturday, Sunday, Monday, all gorgeous. That'll do it for tonight. Feels as though we're just getting started because, well, we are. Hope to see you back here tomorrow night for more of your news today. Good night. Thanks for watching.